What's going on, guys? Episode 4 of Tapping In for for the HypeNaysh podcast. Yep. Welcome. Today we're going to be interviewing Hustle the Hype from Instagram. You may know him from his social feeds and leaks.
Reselling.
Today
we're all the leaks.
Dude.
All the leaks got tips. Has early pairs. Well, sometimes early pairs. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But all the stock, man.
Yeah. Today we're going to be going over specifically the SS19 leaks as well as all the upcoming collabs. So make sure to stay tuned, and we're going to be diving into it all.
Yeah, it's connecting.
It's taking its sweet old time. Well, you can still hear us, so we're just gonna roll. We'll get the video cutting in here soon. But go ahead, just give a brief overview, like who you are, if what your name is, if you feel like giving people that information, and just kind of how you started your Instagram page. Go ahead and just give us a brief overview.
Sure. So I'm Hustle the Hype. I started out, I think it was late 2017. And it's funny because what my page started out was completely different to what I do now, which is sharing all the news about hype beasts and like all the stuff that resells. But first, I started out as a type of reselling platform.
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to do was just like, I think if you look at some of my posts early on, you can actually see like, let me have a look. You can see some of my posts that. So if people wanted to sell or buy things, they could post it on my page. So it'd kind of be like an eBay platform.
Like a marketplace for resellers and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. So they'd send me like their price, their size, and then I'd get it posted on my page. But then I figured out it wasn't the best way of doing things. It wasn't very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as in I'd get, for example,
as
I grew, I'd get hundreds of DMs a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously, I can't manage to post all of those in one day. So I thought I'd move on to sharing news and helping resellers out that way.
Okay, so then you moved from your eBay platform just because there was just too much, basically, customer service hours that you would have to put in.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's a good sign, though. You know, all those people were ready to be, on your page and featured. That's a great way to grow a community base,
Yeah.
And then specifically going to leak information, like that's what everyone kind of wants right now. As we go into the Supreme season, which is coming up here in February and March, there's been so many leaks going around. Just specifically, the entire SS19 Lookbook got leaked on Twitter earlier these couple months. Out of the I guess all the leaks, what's some of your top favorite? And we'll just start there and work our way through the list.
So I definitely think the kettle, but again, that depends on the retail price.
Mm-hmm.
So if the retail price is a bit too high, then we might see it like, for example, the kayak. We thought that would be a very high piece, but then unfortunately, due to the high retail price,
it being
ridiculous. Yeah, it was definitely a collector piece at that point.
And when you say the kettle, you're specifically talking about like that coffee thing, that's all red with the Supreme going up vertically on the picture of it.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, and I feel like home goods are kind of those are kind of something that's convenient.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like I remember, I think it was 2018 spring summer. And at first they released the cups, if you can remember, like the coffee cups.
Yeah.
Like it was a set of 4. At first they were like selling great. Like I remember I copped a few of them and managed to sell them. And people internationally, so I had some people from Singapore and Hong Kong, like they were a hit. But then eventually they did lose their resale value. But that could just be due to the high stock numbers.
I think that's it. I think that's what happened as well. Because I got double shipped on those, actually, when I had ordered one of them and they sent me 2. And that was the same thing that happened to me.
You got double shipped?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had sent 2 pairs of cups to us just because, we didn't get the Zippo and they sent the stacking cups instead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I heard some other people got like that. So they ordered one set of cups, but they got more. I heard that was quite a big thing that happened. Also in Europe, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really strange thing that happened. I don't know. But it was nice. I mean, it was more expensive than the Zippo anyway, so to get something that was worth a little bit more resale. The Zippo still resold, though, for quite a bit. So, I mean...
Yeah, that Zippo that came out last season was like really... It was like really nice.
It was
like,
one of the better ones.
The classic red with the white lettering on it.
Yeah.
The steel plate diamond set that's coming out this coming season is... Honestly, it's not my favorite, and the fact that it's got the matching Vans to go with it, I'm not too positive if those Vans are going to have any kind of resale value. Yeah. I know University Preem was talking about how the skate highs are kind of like the bricks, just because they have a little bit higher of a retail. But the low cut Vans, the low skates,
like the classic Vans.
Yeah, the classic Vans are something that pop a little bit more.
Yeah, about the Vans, like it would be great. Obviously for outfit, so when those Instagrammers that post a lot of outfit pics, like with a lighter and the Vans, that would be really popular. But I think they're just going to do the same as those Skull Pile Vans that we had last year.
Yeah, those kind of sick.
Yeah, they weren't too great.
Even though that they had the full set of clothing too.
The hoodies and the BOGO stickers, like for that, actually go for a lot.
Yeah.
And I was honestly surprised because I think the Blood and Semen Vans did better than those Vans collaboration with the Skull Pile.
It did, but it also took a little while for that to happen. Because when they first released, nobody wanted to buy those. And I think it was the name that turned people off from it is why.
Yeah, it's just so weird, man. Yeah. That's the last thing I want to have all over my clothes. Yeah, I just rocked some Blood and Semen. Shot a hooker and then I came. You know?
The white version of that was worse though. Because they did white on the Blood and Semen and then black on it, and the black was definitely the better colorway for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, and then just moving on from that, let's keep with the trinkets and stuff. Those locks that are coming out, Supreme does a lot of locks, I would have to say. This time it's a combination lock, like your basic gym locker. Retail for that, I would say, is probably around $20 or $30.
I was gonna say probably $20 or something. Yeah.
And if that,
I think they're gonna.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I think they're gonna be just saying they're gonna be a big hit for those people who managed to cop the luggages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%. Those Remoa suitcases.
If they do fit on the luggages, then
it's perfect. Yeah.
And what about the toolbox? I wonder if it'll fit on the toolbox as well.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Yeah. Because I don't know if
not even just the toolbox, but even the metal boxes that they've released in general.
No, but those don't have a place for a lock to go.
Oh, that's right. They're just latches.
They're just latches.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the toolbox is also latches, where it's the two buckles, how you would see in the back of a truck.
I think it might be.
And then there's I think the 2014 or 2013 toolbox, where it's just that flat metal.
But who knows? They've been dropping unreleased items and stuff almost the past couple of seasons now too, so you could always see something else come out.
That's true. And this lookbook might change because they did force a lot of Instagram accounts to pull all this information down.
So maybe they'll take some of it out, put new stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. So many people got in trouble for that. I remember because I managed to post a few, 3 in a row, just literally when they first leaked out.
Mm-hmm.
I got my hands on some photos, but then next day I get a DM from sub community. The Supreme, one of those big pages.
Right.
And they asked me to, they said, remove it. It's for the best of all of us.
Oh,
wow. Dang, that's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
And then I spoke to, Coppo Clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was I deleted all of my ones too. I'd recommend, and he's I also recommend deleting the Swarovski leak, get it all deleted, otherwise your page is going to get in trouble.
Yeah, and I could see Supreme coming at people. I don't know,
singling out almost.
Yeah, I know that they would probably have the power to just write Instagram to be listen, these people are obviously stealing and copywriting information that wasn't supposed to be released.
Unreleased info.
Yeah, but I don't know, aside from legal action, I think that's the only thing they could do. Yeah. Because they're just passing around information.
That's it. You're not giving anything away.
And you're not making any money off of it. But that was surprising. I was surprised that... So that means whoever put
lookbook.
Yeah, whoever put that lookbook on that whatever website it was,
must be correct.
Yeah, they must be kind of on the inside of the Supreme network, I guess.
Yeah, so what I heard, it was that I think there were a couple bot developers. I think it was, I can't remember who they were specifically, but they managed to like run a bot which looks at URLs of the Supreme website. So URLs that haven't been, like while the Supreme store online is closed, they were working on making a new lookbook. And apparently they managed,
to break through the wall.
Changing some bits in the URL, they managed to find it.
Wow.
Damn, that's pretty smart.
That's insane.
They just ran through a bunch of URLs and kept checking to see what the return was.
Yeah.
Wow, damn. I guess that's the way to hack it right there, especially
That's
bot
crazy,
developers.
though. Yeah, if you know, you know.
Yeah, and speaking about those Swarovski BOGOs, I've heard like retail for those are going to be around like probably $200 to $300, which is almost double what a normal BOGO would go for. Yeah. In your opinion, do you think that they're gonna like? Is it gonna be like a bedazzled BOGO? Like how is this?
I know. I'm curious.
Like Swarovski is known for he's known for his rhinestones. So what in your opinion could you see this BOGO coming out as?
I could see it coming out as a hoodie, as we see, but then I think it will be. I'm not sure. Maybe glitter.
Yeah,
maybe, might be. It's really difficult to fit because obviously, if you wash it, that's going to get ruined.
Right. Exactly.
It might be like, or it might just be like little beads that are sewn in, if that makes sense. So it's
like how you would see like pants or jeans when they have all those rhinestones on them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Huh.
Dude, it's really interesting to see what it will be like.
Yeah, I'm curious to see.
Yeah, and if that's kind of like the only BOGO that's dropping, except for maybe like the San Francisco store opening BOGO.
There's been the rumored long sleeves too for this season.
Yeah, long sleeve. Well, is it just regular long sleeve BOGOs or motion logos?
They're BOGOs. They're long sleeve T-shirt BOGOs.
Oh, okay. See a resurgence of those. I could, I'd be down with that because this Swarovski, like, my only thing is like if it is that rhinestone and the retail is $300, copying that. And then trying to like sell that off to someone for maybe like $600 or $800. I feel like it's gonna be tough. Your best way to
sell it would be by saying that it's the 25th anniversary. Is like the reason.
Because if it is those rhinestones, you called it right. Like you can't wash that. It would just get so fucked up.
No one would. Yeah, that's the point. No one would drop that much money on it, and plus the high retail. I don't think they're going to be as profitable as previous BOGOs.
That's what I'm thinking. I could see them not
like we had these. Remember if you've seen recently the Nike Swarovski. I don't think they didn't even have that much Swarovski on it, and the retail was insane.
You're talking about the Air Max 97s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the gold and silver, I think it was.
Yeah,
those things. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I could see people rocking them just because they are
the flash.
Yeah,
it's because of the flash.
It's just so much.
Exactly.
It's very loud.
Yeah. If you have that much to spend on that shoe, like, why wouldn't you spend it on something else? That's the thing that you have to keep in mind. Because if someone's spending that much on that, you could go buy another product, whether it be a newer product or an older product. But it's still, like, spending that much money, you could put towards something else that's, like, I don't know,
has a higher return.
Yeah, even if you wanted to, like, later down the road, you're like, oh, I need to make that money back. Even if I do wear this, it's still good. But those shoes, not going to get your money back out of those.
No.
Those shoes, those are one and done.
No.
And hopefully the BOGOs are to the point where maybe Supreme steps up the quality. Because if you try to run the same act that they did with the BOGO crew necks, like they're going to be stitching, if they do the rhinestones.
Well, if they not mass produce, but if they make more like they did this past season.
Yeah, I'm just saying like they just need to step up the quality because those rhinestones are definitely going to be like a bitch to do.
Yeah, you can't slack on that.
Yeah, so if like a couple of them are missing when it first shows up, that's going to instantly drop, your resale value if you are reselling, by at least, a couple points.
Definitely.
All right, let's keep this train. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, and especially like, okay, so I think our Supreme Center is in London, so it's not a far. It's not. They don't have to ship it far, but for those countries that they're shipping far to, like some of those parcels, what they go through, Like, it could seriously damage the Swarovski BOGO.
Right? Because what if they have to open it because they're like, oh, we have to check to see what's inside, and they slice the BOGO or something. You know?
exactly.
Dude,
I was gonna say,
you're
and
screwed.
those people that ship boxes and stuff, they don't give a fuck what's in the
Yeah,
box.
because they don't know what's in it either. They're not going to treat it doesn't say fragile on it, so.
What I do respect though, what I've gotten from, I guess it has to be UPS or maybe USPS, but when it's raining or snowing, like they actually put the box in a trash bag and like leave it on, that I can respect that, because then my inside, whatever's inside's not getting fucking soaked.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they at least do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But just moving on, let's go ahead and keep with like the cool accessories. Apparently Supreme is doing some director's chairs, which I hope are significantly less, retail than those inflatable chairs that came out last season.
Those were designer. Supposed to be designer.
Excuse me, Dave.
I'm just saying.
Excuse me.
Why the price was so high. That's probably why the price was so high.
That designer.
But yeah, like.
Whoever the fuck designed that.
But like the director's chairs, I think that they have had a lot of hype, like as you said, and I think they're going to be portable. So you know how you fold them up and take them wherever.
Yeah, it'll probably collapse, like fold up, like and just become like a flat piece.
That just means that you're gonna see so many photos of people
popping up everywhere.
Everywhere, people carry it with them and take a photo. Yep.
And it's honestly it's a way cooler and classier chair, because they did camping chairs at one point, and that's these are pretty similar to those. Only I think these are going to be made out of wood, and the camping chairs maybe had a metal base. And I think the camping chairs were a Coleman collab. I don't know. I think these might just be a singular piece by Supreme. But honestly, like those have like a low retail price. I think I would cop one of those just for myself, because as you said, for all those hype beasts that need to take pictures, like Eric Whiteback,
seriously,
and Joey Migraine and all them motherfuckers, those hype beasts beyond, they are definitely going to have that and have that set up in a nice little area.
Definitely, and the thing is they're nice and small. They don't take up too much space. I think a lot of people would have them personal in their room if obviously the retail is not too expensive.
Yeah, honestly, if these went for under 200, I would probably say that'd be a very nice little item to cop for under 2. Maybe like 198 or 158 or something.
I could see them going for, honestly, like the lowest that I would even see is say like $80, 80 to 88 kind of area, but that's like really shooting it low. I would say like 145 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing Supreme, they could do like 170,
Yeah.
But I don't see above the 2,
Yeah, I feel like that would be a lot to pay. But I mean,
But they've done chairs before, and they've charged like racks for chairs before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess, I mean, if they're throwing $400 at a designer inflatable chair, I'm hoping that maybe this is half the price, because it's not designer.
They were 2. They were like, I think $298 or $198 or something.
They might have been $298. Or maybe,
but it was still overpriced for an inflatable chair.
But yeah, I think Supreme, what they're going to be doing this time, they could be testing the waters, because as they saw, like the last season, some of the retail for some items was insane, and their stuff either got returned or it didn't sell out. So they might be a bit more generous on the retail prices this season.
Yeah, and I'm hoping they learn from that, because definitely, as you said, the retail prices for some of those items were absolutely crazy. Like, just looking back, 2 accessories, the chairs we've already talked about, but also the compass. The compass from last season was significantly high, and I think that dropped during the TNF collaboration. I think that's when that dropped.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, there was a significant amount of high retail items. Like a lot of the jackets and stuff went for high retail. That's as expected, but still, some of the prices I thought had jumped up a little bit.
What about the squirt gun?
Oh, the squirt gun?
Yeah.
If that's a true leak,
then Super Soaker.
Yeah, that thing is going to be absolutely badass, and I hope it's like cheap as shit, like $6.
Yeah.
You'd hope. I hope. You would hope. We can hope. I think they'd still charge you like $35 for it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the maximum point that they around. If it's a bit more dense, it's just going to pull off. If I can pull it off, I think it will be like the cash can from ages ago, where retail was just booming.
Yeah, and that trash can was honestly a cool little accessory. And Supreme's actually dropping a lot of cool accessories. You know, as you mentioned, that little the little coffee canister. You know, the squirt gun. And even that Crown air freshener.
I was gonna say, what about the air freshener?
Yeah, that is something that I would have never seen. I guess I've never seen an air freshener like that.
You just wouldn't think of it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they're trying to say they're the king of Supreme accessories, you know? The king of accessories right here. I got this nice...
For the ultimate
I wonder if it's going to be the same smell as those scratch and sniff stickers that were leaked by University Preem a couple days ago. You know? Get like a nice lavender in there.
Moved on to what... I think, like, I just have a feeling that will represent like the cherry smell, but again, I don't know the actual size of it. So
I think we need
if it's really chunky, it might be an issue for some people. Like if it's for the car, you don't want that air freshener hanging in your car.
Yeah, I can agree, but I think it's gonna be like a living room piece. It's not gonna be something that you're gonna set in your car like a normal air freshener. I could definitely see it being like you put this on your desk and it'll make it smell good. But then
that could be the best thing.
Yeah, absolutely, and probably retail around that's probably gonna be like probably $50 or $40. I wonder if it's gonna be something that's refillable though, because if it's a one-time use, I mean, you wouldn't want that thing like how the markers were one-time use and it was like $5 and go spend $10 for shipping. It was like fuck.
I would assume it's refillable.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah, and then just, talking about those Supreme scratch and sniff stickers again, I think, honestly, it's in my opinion, as well as, the mock-up that Supreme Leak News made, I definitely could have called that, where I think the scratch and sniff stickers are going to...
fruit tea?
Yeah, they're going to be exactly like the fruit. It only makes sense.
Yeah.
The fruit tea's dropping. People have already leaked that. That was one of the first leaks out there.
If they make a Fruit Supreme BOGO sticker, though, that'd be kind of cool. Because then if they did the, like, apples, fruits, or apples, oranges, bananas. Yeah, dude, if people want the set.
Some of too.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, really suits somebody too, called fruits. A fruit by was just...
Yeah.
They'll do some...
I was gonna say, because honestly, the fruit's the only thing that makes sense. A lot of people were trying to call like some random fucking shit. Like everyone wants it to be 420 and weed. Although that would be awesome, I think that's just like a super temperamental thing right now. Because, it's not 100% legal everywhere. It's not federally legal, and that could step on some toes.
Yeah.
There's things outside the business, realm that they probably don't want to
mess up.
Yeah, they don't want to get into any trouble doing shit like that.
It'd be quite controversial with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it would totally sell out, and we'd all love it, and it'd be awesome.
And they could do anything, and it wouldn't screw up the business. But like even doing it, they probably just don't want to risk.
Yeah, they could get some unwanted publicity.
Exactly.
It could throw some shame on the brand. But also releasing this coming year, there's talks of a pool cue, and I think that would be such a classy little accessory.
Pool cue would be cool.
Because it'd be something that you could actually use and take with you everywhere,
Yeah.
Diving further, let's go into some other the accessories that could possibly be seeing in SS19. There's definitely going to be flashlights that have been leaked. And if these honestly they look to be like kind of like, cheap plastic flashlights, to be honest. I think
it's glow in the dark.
Well, I think one of them is glow in the dark. I don't know if the other one is, but they did, like last time they did those flashlights that were like security guard flashlights.
I was going to say they were the big heavy metal flashlights, like old officer flashlights.
Yeah, that took the big 9 volts.
Yeah.
And those things those have such a good resale value.
Insane amount of resale value.
I mean, the flashlights, I saw them, but so when I spoke to my followers, there wasn't much hype around them. They're almost like forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, when we have the official lookbook out, and we might have some more news on the retail price. If it is a low retail price, we could potentially see that being a very good item to flip.
That's what I was thinking as well. If it's something that's kind of cheap, then definitely people would want to collect it. And if you could find the right seller too, or buyer, and you find somebody who is you find someone who already has the other set of flashlights, you know, and they want to collect all of the flashlights. There you go.
Get all the accessories.
Exactly. Because there's a lot of people who are out there who collect, well, try to collect every single piece that comes out, or at least maybe certain things that come out. Like people collect all the Zippos, or like that guy with all the skate decks, you know?
Yeah.
Like you collect one thing of each thing. Like, I mean, there's so many different cups and bottles and stuff that have come out over the like years. So I'm sure there's someone out there with like maybe all the cups and bottles or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And speaking specifically about the bottles, again this year we're going to see a SIG collaboration.
Another one.
Yeah, and they're going to be releasing water bottles of almost the exact same style, with their little that canteen style with the top little hook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
The SIG bottles, I think they were called the SIG bottles.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think
I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they restocked them. I'm pretty sure they did, like towards the end of the season. But
yeah, they did. They brought them back.
I remember they did restock them, and then that killed the resale.
Yeah, it did. It demolished it because those things were selling for like high to $70 to $80 kind of afterwards, and then they kind of went straight back down to that like $40 to $60 range.
Yeah, and I think they were 38 retail. I think that's what they were.
Yeah, it was like just over 40, I think, after shipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But even like these SIG water bottles, like the ones that
They look bigger.
I don't know. If they might be bigger. This is 1 liter.
Almost. Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that it's not. It doesn't look like it has that much Supreme branding on it. There is like.
I think it's gonna be Supreme written across the center.
Oh, on those white strips and those black strips.
It'll look like the balaclavas that were released this past season.
Got you. Okay. But honestly, like this classic. Where is
just
it?
right here.
Yeah, that's just such a better like little model right there. You know, it's all red. It's got Supreme written straight down. It's like the classic accessory style of Supreme. You know, with that red and white writing. So if these, you know, have the same effect where they're going to do a restock and stuff, this could be a brick item that we could see be releasing in SS19.
That's true. Yeah. What about all the towels? What's your opinion on towels?
Oh, on the towels. So, as I can remember, I'm not looking at them right now, but as I remember, I think they were a bit plain. The logo,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't very clear Supreme branding on it.
Yeah,
and that could be a problem.
that's what I was thinking as well. Yeah, I had the same exact thought because it's just not for the towel, at least, or if it's something that people are keeping at home or maybe just kind of bringing out to the pool or the beach or something. I feel like people want it to be a little bit more flashy. Like if they brought back the leopard or cheetah print that they had done prior, that would have been pretty cool.
Oh, definitely.
I felt like, yeah, right? I know. I feel like that would be a cool... And it had just, like, perfect Supreme size logo up on there and stuff, too, just straight across the center of it.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of towels releasing.
That's what
on this little lookbook leak, there's at least like 5. Well, 6, 7. There's at least 7.
Because there's like a set, but then there's also... This is supposed to be a towel as well.
Yeah.
There's another black towel with like a graphic on it, and it says like Supreme in the corner and stuff, but I feel like if anything, that maybe be the one that's kind of like the top seller of the season for towels at least, but... The stapler too. I feel like the stapler would be a cool snag.
Yeah, for some reason the stapler, like the caption for it says fishbowl.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like the stapler. I can see. I know a lot of the stamps were quite popular, and I can see the stapler being. It's going to be cheap retail.
Mm-hmm.
Surely, like it's just stationary.
Exactly.
And I think it'll be a good flip.
That's what and it shouldn't be too much, probably like maybe $30 max kind of thing or something, but I feel like you could sell that thing for over $100. To the right person, yeah.
But the only thing is that I wonder if it will come with like staples, and if you need any specific types to refill it, because I know it varies in size. So
I would think it's probably
stapler, then it might not be so hyped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
it's like a regular size.
exactly.
Yeah,
It looks like a
Like
standard.
school.
It looks like a standard school stapler. So I think it'd probably be regular staples. But it'd be cool if they included staples inside, and it was full of them, and across all of them it spelled out Supreme, like they were red staples with the Supreme
Oh,
logo
a little
on
bit
them.
white in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
staples
staples
do
do come glued together. So you could
Exactly.
definitely
You
like,
could just
you
spray
could
it.
spray paint on it.
Yeah.
Oh, what do they might actually do that? Because that'd be a cool little bit of branding that
That'd
you could
be
have locked
awesome.
in. Could you imagine like the video of like
Dude,
opening the stapler and it says
insane.
Supreme in there?
Yeah.
That'd actually be pretty
Yeah,
sad.
that'd be sick.
And then keeping with the small accessories, there's also I know Dave was really interested in this the bloodlust ceramic little box that's coming out.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, keep a little cigars and shit.
A lot of those boxes and trinket kind of stuff like that, like the bases and stuff, usually people are kind of interested in from Supreme, I feel like.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't mind more like design-esque pieces.
Yeah.
I feel like a base would be cool.
Right?
Especially if they did it with a nice collaboration between an artist.
Yeah.
But one thing I was a bit confused about was like why Supreme would collab was the Band-Aid.
Oh.
I've seen that one.
That's so weird. I know.
Well, hey, if Hello Kitty gets a Band-Aid, then by God damn it, I want a Supreme Band-Aid.
So when I
fall off my skateboard, and I need to patch myself up, I'll throw my shower cap on. It's supposed to release too. I'll grab my Band-Aid.
The shower cap is obnoxious as well.
Yeah. That was like the toothbrushes,
Those were free though.
These are free.
The shower cap, if that was like the free gift of the season, that'd be funny.
Yeah. Everybody gets a shower cap.
That'd be funny.
I wonder if they ever think about the videos that people make. As a Supreme brand, would you be like, I bet you if we put this shit out, some kids would make some really funny videos with this thing. Yeah. Because the shower cap, I could see like a lot of people like doing funny videos of like showering in the shower, and it'd be like hype shit. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I could definitely, and that would just that just spreads the brand. So from Supreme's eyes, a $3 shower cap could lead to like a couple extra thousand people buying their shit a year.
Yeah.
And yeah, the more insane that the accessories are, the more like other news articles speak about them. Even like some of the main news, they talk about how the infamous Supreme brick and the fire extinguisher, like that gets Supreme out there.
The bricks were insane too, because the bricks at first weren't reselling for anything, and they were so cheap retail. And now those bricks resell for so much.
It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
Because literally you're copying the thing no one wants. You're copying a brick.
They were $10, I think, retail. I'm pretty sure.
And I
think you could get more than one at.
Oh really?
I don't know.
Order enough to build a house.
It might have been like the cough drops, but I can't remember. You might have only been able to get one.
Yeah, the cough drops were funny.
But people were running into problems though with those being shipped and then arriving cracked.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
Damn, that would be depressing.
Right? I know.
Spent $10 on this brick.
Especially if you were somebody looking to resell it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you're screwed.
So how was it with the cough drops? Because in Europe they actually didn't release.
Oh, really? It was pretty good here, but
yeah, we didn't get a chance.
It was kind of laggy, to be honest. So right in the first half hour of them being released, so on the site it gave you the option. They were $2 a pack, and so it gave you the option to select up to 8 and to add to your cart. But so for the first 30 minutes of the site being up, it would only allow you to select one pack, even if you had 8 selected. And so people were buying one pack and getting charged $12 for one pack because of the $10 shipping. And so people were buying one pack, and then when later on the site finally refreshed to how it was supposed to be, you were able to buy 8 packs, and it still only charged you the $10 for shipping. So you were able to buy 8 packs for $26.
Well,
yeah,
did they flip well or?
So right now we have quite a few actually. I think we've got like
16
16 or something like that. And I mean, we've seen quite a few people do things with raffling them off. So they've done like slots of like 10 slots for $5 a slot, and you can either get like 5 boxes or 10 boxes. And so it's like you make like $50 and you give away like 5 to 10 boxes, which isn't bad. You make all your money off of like if you bought 8 boxes at least. And then I've also seen quite a few people sell about like like lots of 5 of them, or like 5 to 8 to 10 packs, and they sell them for like $50 to $70.
Yeah, I would say for $2, you probably get like $5 to $8 back.
Yeah, for each pack.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just a nice item to give away to if you're ever doing like a Instagram giveaway or something.
100%. That's exactly what we thought as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a nice toss-in item.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice because it's something that you could actually use too.
But I was also thinking, you know how Supreme took action against all those people who leaked the lookbook?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a bit... I think it's a loss on their side because that's how all the hype around their brand builds up. All these leaks, and that's what helps grow Supreme's brand. But then it's like they're stopping the people from doing that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because they don't really support that secondary resale market, but they still know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like them doing that is like they're acknowledging that we're all here and watching it, but they still are just like, nah, we're not going to let you have it. They're like, even though you can get it, no, we'll make you wait still.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird.
But I agree. It's you know, that's what builds the hype is the leaks.
If it was out and you were seeing it, like, why wouldn't you? If it was, and you know that many people saw it already, have it, it's like, just build it up from that point on then. Like,
yeah, I would just lean into it.
Increase it. Yeah. Be like, all right, if you guys want to leak it, we'll just show you, like, we'll put a picture on Supreme New York Instagram, and we'll just blast, like, one of the accessories to let you know, like, oh, maybe it was real.
Yeah, or even, like, you could do a countdown to, like, drop season.
That's exactly.
Every day
post one
item.
Or
with
like
the retail
1 day
price,
a week,
style code, everything.
Exactly.
And I think, you know, that'd be actually super cool.
Right. Because then you know.
And like,
then, you know, yeah, it'd be perfect.
Yeezy has actually, like, managed to do that. So, for example, a lot of like paparazzi managed to catch Kanye West in like some new upcoming Yeezys, and then all the hype builds are up around that, and it helps them a lot.
Yeah, Kanye, I tell you what, he's the man of branding and like just you know, building hype. He's
100%.
He's so ridiculous.
He can wear anything and make it popular.
Yeah, but he just sells it. He just sells the ridiculousness.
That's why.
And people love it.
Yeah.
You know, talking about, you know, those Yeezys that are coming out this year, there's just way too many 700s for unless the stock is super limited. There's just too many 700s coming out. Because I think it's.
Sorry, I didn't hit.
Oh, you're okay. I think there's just way too many 700s coming out for the Yeezys. Just specifically when we look back at all the. What was it? It was the
Mauves.
Yeah, the Mauves, and then you even had the Salts. You know, a lot of stuff just bricked out as soon as it came out, and it was just like depressing for a lot of people.
Yeah, we just watched the brand like die last year.
That's right.
Damn right we did.
But as you see now, all these, I think the 500 models, if people stuck and held onto their base sizes, like 4 to 6s, they would have cashed out big time.
So much better. Yeah.
Yeah, because also what you have to think about is a lot of people are still, you know, buying those shoes because they like the look.
And the comfort, you know.
And when those shoes, you know, eventually blow out, they're going to look for another pair.
Exactly.
Some people like to wear the same style of shoe all year, or their whole life, you know, so... being able to have that stock for them, I still think there's going to be a little bit of resale profit there, but definitely, as you said before, it's going to be base sizes and big sizes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's the best way to make, you know, some resale off the Yeezy game.
Also, going back to Supreme real quick, you being out there, what do you think about the London store sign being taken twice already?
You know, that's quite a funny situation because I remember a while before that, someone didn't take it, but they damaged the sign. And I remember the store owner was actually offering whoever, like, exposed that person would get a BOGO of their choice. Mm-hmm. But this time it looks like no one's taking action.
That's what they
didn't even care, crazy, bro. They didn't even care.
They just let them do it.
And it wasn't even the fact that they did it the first time. Okay, good for you. You know, he blasted himself on social media, so it's not like it wasn't impossible to find the guy. But the fact that they did it again and you still didn't do anything.
And it was in like broad daylight still. You climbed up and even just took it off, slowly took it off, and you're like, okay, yeah, this is good. And then left.
I wonder if they did it on a day they were closed. Like maybe a Saturday or
It
Sunday
has to
or something.
be. There can't be people inside the store, man.
I don't know. They seem like maybe they're pussies or something.
Yeah, I remember the first time they did it. I did it at night time, and actually, they messaged me on Instagram. They wanted to sell it to me. But
how much did he offer to sell it to you for?
They were looking at. So I asked them how much, and they said 15K is the lowest offer, and 24K is the highest. But eventually, they sold it for 18K.
That's what we saw
apparently.
too. Yeah,
I wonder if that's true.
Yeah,
though.
we were like,
I wonder if that's true.
Apparently, they sold it for 18K.
Because 18,000 for the Supreme sign, it is an infamous sign, and it's a one of two now. But
well, 3.
Is it 3?
Because they have to put a new one up.
Oh, true.
So.
That is true. It is. It will be one of 3, but it'll be one of 2 in reseller possession. In reseller possession.
Still insane. That's so crazy, though. I'm curious to see when the season starts back up what security will be like at the store. Maybe if they'll increase it or something.
Well, I'm just surprised more people aren't going to start like breaking into that bitch and stealing shit.
Not breaking in, but taking the sign at least.
Shit, if they're not going to do anything when you come up and do like some basic, theft, you might as well just like smash a window and take all the BOGOs right before day open.
If it does happen, it wasn't us. just saying.
Hustle the hype talk me into it.
I do think like stealing. I think Supreme might have not punished that person because they want to see how will it affect their brand. So, for example, if news gets around outside of like the hypebeast community, if news gets around that this brand had their sign stolen and it's sold for this much,
imagine
it's
taking
going to
the
give them
sign.
a big boost in their reputation.
Oh,
I can see that.
That actually makes sense.
It does make sense.
They want it because it's kind of like. To be honest, it was the talk of the town. It was a fucking mystery story. It was like who the fuck stole the sign?
Yeah.
Where did the sign go?
And then the kid blasted himself so everybody knew who took it.
That's one thing I don't think I would have ever done is kind of claim that I took it.
Put it up everywhere.
I would have made the world record egg. I would have made a Supreme sign account. It would have just been like a sign.
Just kept it as the sign.
Yeah.
In different places.
Yeah, in different places. I'd go put it up like next to a Ben & Jerry's, like next to Sam's Club.
Like eating Ben & Jerry's, you're like holding to
it.
First time eating ice cream.
My baby. But I was just surprised that sign gets sold.
It's crazy. So do you shop around Palace and stuff at all? Do you notice that to be like any more popular out there than it is maybe here for us or something?
So yeah, Palace is quite popular, but it's not as popular as Supreme. So I remember when I went to London, there isn't a queue for Supreme for Palace like there is for Supreme.
Right.
But it is quite popular. People are seen wearing Palace, and it's like if you cop some Palace, for example, I think it was one of their last drops of the last season. If you remember, it was like these colourful Tri-Ferg t-shirts.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sold nicely. They sold maybe, so I think they were going for about £40.
Yeah,
and you could sell them for about 80, 90, which is
that's not
about
bad.
$50 profit.
Yeah, and that's good for Palace, especially for a Palace team. Yeah. That's one of the things with Palace. I feel like it's just kind of hard to pick and choose sometimes which ones are gonna like sell out or even just have the resale value.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I feel like Palace is like predominantly UK. But even so, like Dave was saying, it is hard to tell because there isn't enough chatter around like specific posts when they post things to know what's going to be the hype item of that drop. You have to do it
yourself and just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and even then, it's like it doesn't have the resale value because it doesn't have the hype that Supreme has. No. So, like speaking from a reseller standpoint,
started to get there and then it kind of stopped.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that the Palace Polo collaboration didn't kind of kick off. They could have done so many great collabs that they could have just kept the train going.
They should have done something with like Guess or something.
Guess,
right after.
Tommy Hilfiger.
Or like if they could have done Prada, like maybe a little design or something, that would have been cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, or even if they brought Chinatown Market into them and they did something with them, just to kind of build both of their names up.
I feel like they might think that would be beneath them.
I do too. But it'd be like a cool thing for them to do though.
Do you do a lot of your copying online, or do you go in store at all?
Online mostly, because I'm not actually based in London, and when the Supreme drops do occur, I'm in school, so there's not. And to be fair, I have tried many times to do in-store sign-up on Supreme, but for me, it seems that I never get chosen. For example, you get that I don't get the text. So every time I have been signed up, like as soon as possible on the site, but then I never get the text message.
Oh,
so
wow.
It might just be that it's really low chances to cop in store in London.
Yeah, and that's something that kind of makes sense, because we actually watched this video from Soul Street, who is a big reseller in the New York area for Supreme, and he had, 13 people
in
try.
His living room.
Yeah, 13 people tried to hit on in-store for BOGO Day, and I think only 3 people got in.
Yep.
And we tried on BOGO Day too, because we live in DC area, so it's about 3 hours away from New York. So if there is a hype drop, we will try to go for the in-store, just like you, but we haven't had a ton of success with in-store.
The same exact thing that's happened to you is kind of what happened to us, basically.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Do you operate on your own, or do you have a team, a reseller team that you work with?
Yeah, sometimes I get a few friends. That they're not too much into Hypebeast, but then, for example, I give them a cut if they manage to cop, and they're happy to do that. But yeah, we all just gather around 11 o'clock. And we attempt to cop online.
Yeah, you get those jitters and you start breaking out a little bit of a sweat, and then 11:01 hits and you're like, damn it!
That Christmas morning feel.
Yeah, it is the Christmas morning feel.
Yeah.
You don't know what's coming in your mystery box.
Dude, so you're like, is it happening? It happened. It happened.
I got the confirmation email. Dude, I mean, other than that, we kind of went through the whole Supreme SS19 Lookbook. We gave a lot of great leaks in there. Do you have anything else that you want to toss out to the community? Do you got any big, maybe a cook group membership coming out, or a giveaway? Anything that you want to shout out to the community?
Self-promo.
Yeah, so I'm working on a lot of projects now that I am keeping on the low because I want to have that surprise element. But on the 5th of February, I will be restocking my cook group. So if anyone is interested, make sure to check it out on my page. I do have a promo video aside, because I know a lot of people aren't sure exactly what a cook group is, so like the newbies, but I have a site explaining all of that and the promo video.
That's awesome. And what are some major features of your cook group, just so people can have a quick overview before they even get to your page?
So the major features are that we do we monitor over 100 sites, and we also have an eBay watch bot. So what that does is, I'm a big supporter of selling on eBay because you can get around their big fees, and also if you manage to use that bot, you can add lots of views to your listing. And what that does is it boosts your listing on the algorithm, and it can attract people globally to catch your items. So that's a very popular feature that our cook group members love. And also we have the top people in legit checking, like they'll respond as quick as they can, and they'll be the first to make sure that the item you buy is legit and that you're not getting scammed for it.
That's what I like to hear, bringing great value.
Yep. And fast,
that's exactly it, because that's one problem in the reselling industry. As the more items do release, there is a lot more fakes.
Yep. Fakes are getting really fucking good.
So number one thing you hear right now too.
Yeah, with all those unauthorized authentics and all that, it's authentic material and it's the real shoe, but it's just not authorized by the company.
Made by the company.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you can't officially say it's made by them.
So yeah, our cook group, but obviously we have a ton of more features and we have that all listed there. But it's all on my site, and yeah, the restock. Of course, we have to make memberships limited because we can only help out so many people at once.
Mm-hmm.
But then, when there is more room, we will restock. But the current restock is for February the 5th. So, if anyone's interested in that, make sure to check out my page.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. We appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. That's going to wrap this up. Everyone go out and follow hustle_the_hype. Big leaks all the time in a cook group coming out soon.
That's right.
Thank you for inviting me. It's always nice to talk about people who you can relate in Hypebeast, because in my area there isn't too many people that are into this type of community. But I guess that's because it's quite a new thing. Like, it's only been around for a couple of years.
Yeah, it's definitely picked up.
It's great talking to others about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to social media, it's definitely exploded greatly. But I mean, dude, if you ever want to like sit down and chat again or want to come on the podcast, you just let us know,
just
bro.
Have questions about the season
Definitely,
or something
yeah.
too.
Yeah, we'd love to talk to you more, and we'll probably do another one like sometime during the season and come back and check back.
We
and
could
see
do it after
retail
the
and stuff.
opening week or something, and just see how the first week went.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, all right, bro.
Yeah,
we're gonna let you go, my friend. We appreciate you, and you have a great day.
All right, you too, guys.
Thanks,
Peace,
man.
brother.
See you.